What's up everyone, this is Schirach talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will show you how I am farming the SaGa stage box, depths and surface. There are two different parts for this event. One you have to fight against 4 waves, yes this is the first time, and then another one with only 2 waves. There are some very important differences between those two stages. The depths will give you 2 times the gains. It will just try to proc status upgrade once and then again, and will also give double drops. So that is actually pretty interesting. You can bring party boosters and increase your chances even further. I do believe that's the best way to farm, but only if you can farm it super fast. If you don't, just go for surface. This is what is important. And there's also the limited time ability for, well, slash, blunt and pierce. All physical types will have increased status gains, or at least 2 times, but the party booster will fix all other characters that are not featured on this event. This event is an event box event, so you get tickets to use for a gacha inside a gacha. And the rewards are, well, pretty good. We can just click here to check it all. And you get S styles of the real queen, this other character here that I don't remember the name, 2 different equipments, promotion scrolls and gold pieces. Go up to at least box number 15, that should be enough. If you want to go further than that, it takes time and it's not so valuable. Besides, I'm gonna start explaining how to farm this event. Another thing to point out is that we are back for Rainbow. This time it's a sword, and this one will be made for Ludwig, Zosma, and Kazinsi, because these weapons carry a Shadow Plus passive. It means that it doesn't work as well for any other one besides those 3. All the enemies are weak to the 3 physical types, so that means slash, pierce and blunt, but also to shadow. There are plenty of different strategies to use, but for the depths I'm gonna show you 2, because, well, if you have Arthur, you have plenty of different ways to finish this. You can bring the Magia fight formation and place Arthur in the back. You just inherit Sonic Slash, leave that on 4 BP so that he can keep using fast attacks. In the front line you can bring plenty of different characters, but in this case I'm gonna bring Alloces with Scorching Hell on 9 BP. It's going to do super high damage and you don't even need perfect weapons in order to make this work. And you can bring 3 trainees. So the first wave we have enemies aligned in a row. The game wanted us to use a very powerful attacker with roll damage, and we just got the Darque that's actually super strong here. But Arthur works just the same. He can finish the first wave by himself, and then going for the second wave onwards, you can use Alloces. Alloces, it has Scorching Hell on 9, that means that he will just keep using single target attacks, and will just kill the enemies with very explosive damage. And these enemies have at least 110,000, but more than that in waves there's only 1 enemy. The last wave has even more HP, so Alloces has enough damage to just keep going. Another character works just the same, is Bertrand. Bertrand will just have always enough damage to finish. Another one is also Leonid, because Leonid double attacks, and if you have the remembrance gun, it's gonna be even easier. My weapon for Arthur is not that strong, it's only 82%, so people with stronger weapons will have even easier time. And just to add, other companions that worked for me when using Arthur were Udon with Rosario and Peyo. In this case of Udon, I made this setup because Raven Raid is pure powerful, so if you don't have enough for Rosario and Peyo, he still has enough to kill the enemies. Another one was Leonid with the Black Pearl Inherited. This is actually pretty strong. Leon, like I said, and also Bertrand. Just increase Trice Lock to 16 and you keep using Twilight Fall on the front line. Moving on to the second strategy for the depths, we have Amazon Raid X with 2 very powerful characters. That is Kriemhield. Her opening is so strong that she can kill the enemies by herself. But I do have a perfect weapon. I don't know if you have. I don't think that if she gets at least 85% with her weapon, which shall still be enough. Then the other character that we use here is Rukh, because Rukh can use Hammer Roll 2 times in this madness. And even then, after that, Roll Beat plus Triumvirate Plus will be enough to finish the last enemy. And you can still bring 3 trainees. So, first we have a fast attack from Kriemhield. She's just going to finish, like I said. plenty of damage. At least an 85% weapon shall be enough in my opinion. And now Rukh is just going to attack, and the good thing is that since Kriemhield is charging, she's not going to try to attack. Sometimes I may get combos, but usually I don't get many. Rukh is insane, a lot of damage here. And now that he's on low HP, the next hammer roll is going to do even more damage. He's also another character that does not need a perfect weapon. The only thing is that you have a charge attack with your Kriemhield, and she's just going to unleash that on the third wave. And now the last wave, even through Rukh does not have hammer roll again. Well, its roll beat with increased power, alongside 3 over 8 plus, should do enough damage to finish the last enemy with ease. Now we will talk about the surface. Here on the surface you have only 2 waves, it's much easier to farm. Now the best setup I found for the surface is to bring our Amazon Kriemhield with plenty of damage, light of blue quartz, and then either the Christmas version of Urpina or the wrestling version. You just have to inherit Whirlwing plus. Mine is not even maxed, but you need a very powerful weapon. In this case, he's a 93% increase, and that will allow Urpina to one-shot the second wave. The wrestling Urpina needs a little less, so there's that. The good thing about this strategy is that it only takes 2 moves. It's the fastest one available. She just goes here, kill all enemies, then Urpina does the same on the second wave, and it's done. Super fast, both use fast attacks, and you get very low chance of combos. We are even increasing the ranks. Whoa, and the enemy that has higher HP takes more damage because it's the only one that flies. The second best strategy will still carry Arthur because of pretty strong damage, being able to kill 1 wave and still helping with the second. Then on the front line, you can just bring almost any AoE attacker that does at least 30,000 damage. That includes almost anyone in this game, so I'm just bringing Tatiana to showcase surprise steady damage. So it's pretty much the same as in the depths stage. We finished the first wave easily, and then he still contributes with plenty of damage on the second wave. And if you have a very powerful weapon, the less damage you need to inflict with the companion. And Tatiana is super strong here. That means that, like I said, anyone should work. Surprise steady doing 76,000. With Saruin and Rukh. Rukh busts damage. You can also use Christmas Urpina if you don't have Rukh. Saruin is good to be placed on the front line because destructive blow is pretty slow, so this setup should work. And don't forget to bring Mirage Blade Plus inherited for Rukh. Okay, so these enemies here are not aligned in a column or a row. It's full AoE, so bring full AoE for the first wave. The second one, you could have used something like column, but then again, depending on the rotations, it would not matter, so I recommend going full AoE cycles, it will be much better. Well, in this case, we got a combo, but these enemies are too slow. Just Mirage Blade and Saruin will work. Now, a good setup to reduce the chances of getting combos is using Magia fight formation, placing Subier in the back. He has a very good attack with Wave Thrust. Someone else in the front line, in this case it's Forneus, and he's going to use his Spin and Trample 2 times. 3 Trainees allow it. Okay, so the good thing is that the characters in the mid will not attack many of the times. Subier and Forneus are just very strong here because of the damage. Being C power could have been better with B, right? But they work nonetheless. But the weapons here were around 70% and 80%. Another very good setup is to bring Deadly Pierce X formation with UDX Darque inheriting Sword Ballet Plus. Yeah, still does plenty of damage. And the last version of Monika from Leon's banner inherits Sword Ballet Plus as well. Those two together are pretty enough. And this is another case where you don't need perfect weapons. They will do more damage than even the other squad I use it, with 60,000 around. These enemies don't have that many HP. And it's good because Deadly Pierce Axe actually increases the turn order, so it's also less likely to get a combo, and the enemies won't attack. While still using Deadly Pierce Axe, we can bring Gunners. They work super well here. If you have Leon, you should. Well, Leon has a random shot. He can use this 2 times in a row. And then you can bring a partner. That can be So-cho with Missile. This is the best one. But if you don't have, you can bring Prefect or Emelia with Duwal Wield Wild Shot. Or you can also bring Mische off better style. That works pretty well. Well, I'm using the event gun for Leon and the remembrance gun with So-cho. The damage with So-cho is crazy here, reaching almost 90,000. Wow, 85,000, it is just too much. So the reason is because he's being buffed by Leon, and the remembrance gun is extremely powerful for low powered attacks. Another good strategy is to bring Magia fight with Bertrand. Well, Bertrand can use his Abaddon Hands by inheritance. He needs to be on the back because he needs to kill. And one good attacker in the front line is the newest Schirach, if you can inherit him with a Nightwind. My weapons needed to be 80% at least in order to be able to kill the enemies. There we go, and going fast with Schirach helps out Bertrand killing. You don't need combos, although it happened this time. The good thing is the stun part, but not that we need it to kill the enemies, right? Then on the second wave, it's just a repetition. The same attacks, the same damage. Nice, so this time we didn't get a combo, so 50,000 with one, 59 with the another. Then the next one is Amazon Raid X with Leonid and Matriarch. They come from the same banner. This Leonid is going to open with his weak attack turn step. Well, his weapon's pretty strong. It's actually 90%. Well, my Matriarch one is not that high. It is actually 86, and she's going to use Twin Penetrate and Gleaming away. There we go. This is an interesting combination. Opening with a strong attack of one character and then the weak attack of another character. Well, I do have this character that uses fast attack here, old Zeno, but forget about him. It's just in the way. Now on the second wave, we're going to use the strongest attack from Leonid after Matriarch, because Gleaming away is here. This enemy with wings have more HP, but it's not a problem since we have a chase attack, and that kills it. Well, this was the last strategy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please click the like button if you enjoyed. I hope to see you soon in the next one. Bye.